Country singer Sara Evans has been taking country music by storm for nearly 20 years, and she's not stopping anytime soon as the performer has exciting projects on the horizon. Sara joins me now via Zoom. Sara, I am stoked to be speaking with you. I've been following you for a long time. How are things?
Well, thank you. Things are great. I'm really, really excited to be talking to you as well. And, you're in my home state, so that is special to me.
Yeah. Home state pride, right? So, Sara,
Right.
let's talk about your brand new single called 21 Days, just recently released just a few days ago. So tell our viewers, what's kind of the meaning behind this song and what was it like for you writing this one?
Writing the song was very fun because the last 4 years of my life had been crazy, and I was separated from my husband for a while, and then when I first started writing this album, it was like, sad, 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 sad. Every song was sad. Every song was, just make you cry. And then around the time that I met with a guy named Jeff Trott, who produced all Sheryl Crow's records, and wrote with him, we wrote 21 Days. And that song just turned out to be a little bit lighter. And because, we were starting to talk again and work things out and starting counseling. And again, I started writing this album over 2 years ago. So the 21 Days was, isn't it hard to break a habit or to not talk to somebody that you really want to talk to? And so the song ended up being just real fun and kind of funny. And then when we decided I was like, we should count how many hours that is or how much time it is. And so that's my favorite part of the song, when we start naming 500 hours, 200 minutes, 2,400 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a long time.
That is a long time. Yes, absolutely. Well, that's a really fun idea. And I think, it's something we just need more of right now. Just kind of fun, lighthearted music with maybe some deeper messaging. So I think that's really cool. Now, speaking of, you said, this is kind of part of the album. Your brand new full-blown album, Unbroke, is coming out on June 7th. I know you're real excited for this one. So tell your fans, what can they expect from the music featured on this album?
Well, it's still a Sara Evans record. So it's got all the things that I typically am drawn to, musically, but it's a different band in the studio than I've used previously, and so the music is absolutely incredible, but it also takes you everywhere emotionally. So it takes you from really, really sad to some songs are just almost too sad to listen to really, really happy, because like I said, when I started writing the album, I was separated. So it's from a, breaking up to a breakthrough and getting back together. Praise God. And yeah, so the fans can expect every emotion you can possibly think of.
Yeah, just in the way you're talking about it, I can tell kind of how much you poured into this album yourself. And I know, I think that's the perfect kind of mix. It's kind of that mix of happy, sad, and kind of, I don't know, that breakthrough, like you said. I think this is going to be really good. Now, speaking of all of this, your fans are going to get to experience this in real time because the Unbroke tour kicks off on May 4th. So I have to know, Sara, how excited are you to get back on the road and see your fans?
I always love being on stage. It's my favorite part, being on stage and being in the studio. Because we always say we get paid to travel, not to perform. The traveling is the hard part. The actual being on stage and, having my fans sitting right there and being able to sing to them and look into their eyes, and then also have them singing a little bit stronger with me and all that. So and I have an amazing band. I've always prided myself on having great musicians on stage with me. I don't settle for anything less than that. So you will not hear a mistake. You will not hear, they're just top notch. And so that makes me really proud. And the shows are fun and they're funny. And, I talk about anything. I'm such an open person. So if I was walking a stage and I sprained my ankle and broke my boot, I would tell the audience. I kind of tell the audience everything that's going on with me that day. And So we do all the hits, and then we do some cool covers, and then we'll be doing some new songs from the new album too.
Yeah, so lots to look forward to there. I love the kind of realness you said. It always reminds me of like that TikTok trend right now where it's like when you call or when you're talking to someone, but it's kind of like a FaceTime call. Like you just have to tell them everything. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning it's like when you walk out on stage to your fans. Now, speaking of being open, your podcast, Diving Deep with Sara Evans, launched just a few weeks ago. So tell me, what do you cover on this podcast and what kind of guests can your listeners look forward to?
It runs the gamut. I mean, we've had Dennis Quaid, we've had Martina McBride, we've had Ernest, we've had Joe Galante, who was the head of RCA Records and who signed me at RCA. So, and then there are some episodes where it's just me telling stories. And we named it Diving in Deep because that's one of my songs from an album called Words. And there's nothing that I can tell you to expect or not expect because it's just whatever. I love that long form conversation, where you can just sit and talk to somebody for an hour. And I wanted to give the fans a longer version of that because talking to them during the shows is something that I really, really love to do, but we've got to get all the music in. So this is a way for me to, just visit with the fans more, I guess.
Yeah, another outlet to kind of share that openness that you want to be transparent with them on, which I think is really incredible. So they can check that out. Also, sidebar for our viewers, you will be in our area at Silver Dollar City in Branson in September, so fans should get their tickets now. Sara, it's been such a pleasure getting to speak with you. You've got so many cool things going on. Excited for everything that's ahead for you. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me.